this is just from the garden. What I like to do is pick some things from the garden and put them right in the smoothie because these are all living, and the stuff that I get from the farmer's market to put in the smoothie has been picked probably a couple days ago. And I like the idea of putting living foods in the smoothie because it has a lot of that green vitality to it. Okay, we're ready. Okay, so the best thing in the world is a Vitamixer or a good high-powered blender. I don't think that other blenders will be able to grind up what we're going to ask it to grind up. So start with your blender, and there's really no particular order that you need to put anything in. I kind of do it a little bit different every time. It's all going to go in. I'm putting some fresh basil in and some parsley, and then I have some beautiful cilantro. You can use a lot of cilantro because it's just a wonderful herb that makes everything taste good. More basil, and this is bok choy from the garden, and a little bit of other chard. So let's see what we got here. So we've got a little bit of greens in, and I think we're going to put some liquid in. I put about that much water in, which is about 2 cups, maybe a little less, and some apple juice, just to give us some liquid to start blending with. And then I always freeze 2 bananas in a baggie, kind of break them up a little bit. And the reason that you want to start using bananas is because you'll make your smoothie cold. And I also have some frozen pineapple. So we cut this up for the week, usually 1 pineapple, maybe 2 a week, and just keep it in the Tupperware, and then you'll have it as you need it because it's a little bit hard to cut every day. And then let's see, what else we put in there? Let's put in some more greens. And we're going to have to blend this, and that will give us some room, and then we can put more stuff in. So let's give it a little blend. I'm going to grab the plunger. And what I usually do when I first start blending is I just pulse it to get it to go down in there. And you don't really need to over blend it at all. You can just leave it like that because we're going to blend it quite a bit more. So I put a whole lemon in. Just usually just cut it in half. And then I put the whole lemon in with the seeds and the skin and everything. And then some fresh ginger. It smells really good. I don't bother to skin it. I've tried it in the past, and I've also tried it without skinning it, and it doesn't seem to make any difference because the blender is so powerful that it just grinds everything up. Plus the skin of the ginger has a lot of vitamins and minerals in it. So I like to put a lot of ginger in. When you make a green smoothie, it seems like it can really handle a lot of ginger. Normally this would be too spicy to just eat on its own, but when it's in the smoothie, it's really yummy. And let's see, we're also going to put a mango in. We've just cut this up. It's just an organic mango. Makes the smoothie really sweet. And let's put in some of that stuff that we just picked from the garden too. So a little bit of bok choy. Okay. We have all the herbs that we picked. You can put those in. This is the barrage and the lemon verbena and the mint and the red raspberry leaf, and a little bit of rosemary, not the chicken, and some more mint. I love mint in the smoothie, and it's really, really good for you. Okay, so we're getting a little full, so let's blend it again. It smells so good. all those herbs are just coming, bursting out of there. We're going to pulse it again. And a lot of times the leaves get stuck up here, so we're just going to plunge them down there. And I also like to put in some dates, because the dates taste really good when they're little chunks of the dates in your smoothie. You just have to be really careful to get all of the seeds out. We blended a seed the other day and it wasn't so good. So you just want to kind of massage the date to make sure that the seeds are completely removed. You can put like as many as you like, depending on how sweet, probably 4 or 5 dates. And then I also put in some, these are hemp seeds, and they're really high in omegas, and they're kind of expensive, so I just put in 2 tablespoons at a time. When I'm buying the ingredients for the smoothie, I kind of space it out through the week so that I'm not spending too much money all at once. I try to get, you know, the coconut oil one week, the hemp seeds the other week, the chia seeds, and kind of space it out. So let's see, what else are we going to put in? Usually put on a little bit of maca powder, and probably about 2 teaspoons of that. And when you put that in, what you want to do is kind of get the powder into the liquid, because the maca tends to want to stick to the sides of the blender. So I try to get that down in there a little bit. And then I always cut with a spoon because it's so good. Okay, we're also going to put some organic coconut oil in. It's kind of white and chunky. I keep it in the refrigerator. So I just take a knife and I break off a couple of chunks and then put those in. It's good to have the coconut oil in your smoothie because it helps you digest and assimilate the greens. And we're going to use some soaked chia seeds. What I do with these is I put the fresh chia seeds in a mason jar about halfway up or a little less, and then I put in water and the chia seeds get all kind of jelly-like, and that also helps to sprout them and make the nutrients more available to our bodies. So I'm going to put in 2 nice big globs of the chia seeds. So you're not just making just a smoothie, what you're also making in here when you put all these other nutrients in is you're really making a meal. And let's see, I think we need some more greens. I love to put these big old leaves of bok choy in because they just sink right into the smoothie. And when you get to the point where it looks like you need a blend, just put your lid back on. So we're almost up to the top of the blender. I usually drink about probably half a blender full, and then my partner also drinks about that much, but I like to get it really full. So let's put some fresh spinach in. And sometimes I pour off some of the smoothie and then I just continue to add greens because I like to have enough to keep it in the fridge and drink it out throughout the day. Let's see if that's going in. I think it needs a little plunging. So we're almost to the tippy top. Let's just put another handful of spinach, just for good measure. So there's really no set recipe. It's just nice to have a big full blender full of greens and fruits. really green. It's that vibrant green color I love. Makes your mouth water. And if it tastes too green to you, what you can do is just add more pineapple. Sometimes another banana, but it just depends on your taste. And let's put it in a jar. So these big size mason jars work well, and I usually drink about 2 mason jars a day. I have one, and then maybe I'll have a little breakfast, and then have another smoothie. So really, by the time we fill up those 2 jars, we don't really have anything left in the blender. And then what I do is I take some bee pollen, and I just sprinkle the top of the smoothie with bee pollen. Kind of like having sprinkles on your ice cream. The bee pollen is really good for you. It helps with allergies, and it has all of the pollens from the season in it, so it's really good for you, and it is really complex superfoods, so always put that on. And then I use 2 glass straws that go right in and taste great. Yummy. So we've made 2 beautiful drinks, and I've been drinking these for several months now, and a lot of people ask me what's in the green smoothie, and so that's why we want to do this video today, is so that people could see. And there's a lot of ingredients in just this little jar, and just have fun with it and put anything that you think might be good. It's amazing how the herbs are really good in there. You can really taste the cilantro and the basil, and as you're drinking it, as it gets a little bit warmer after it warms up from the frozen bananas, you start to taste all of the herbs in the garden, the mint and the rosemary and the borage, and all of the living goodness that's in there. You can start to taste it kind of unfold, so it's really great. And I definitely have more energy, and I feel like my skin has gotten better since I've started drinking them, and I just feel really good. Enjoy.